Today's flight is going to be Alicante to Palma de Mallorca. We'll be using the Boeing 737, registration November 816, November. Reversers work good. Let's get some landing lights. Lights are on. And that is what it looks like from Alicante Tower. All right, let's get back to the instrument panel. All right, and we are clear for takeoff. Trim is set. Flaps for takeoff. Apply toe brakes and remove parking brakes. Bring throttles to approximately 50% of N2. Spooling. Release toe brakes. Apply power. B1, you're up. Flaps up. LNAV, VNAV, and autopilot. FMS is trying to intercept the outbound radio to our first checkpoint, which is Sumo. After the departure checklist is complete, gear is up, flaps are up. The FMS is looking for 250 knots. Once we have reached the 5,000, which we have, now we climb at 250 to flight level 150, 15,000, at which altitude, 10,000 that is, we will increase indicated airspeed to 300 knots, 300 knots. Ten 10,000 feet. FMS lowers the nose of the aircraft to increase speed to 300 knots, at which point it will raise the nose again to climb altitude. And we're showing Sumo at 2 nautical miles. Mitos is next. "1,000 feet to go on the altitude." The FMS is setting powers. Throttles are coming back. Into 93.1 and decreasing. There's a peninsula right there. And as you can see, the aircraft is completely empty. This is what is usually known as a ferry flight. We are resetting the aircraft in Palma de Mallorca. Our radio navigation is set to an active frequency of 117.80, which is the Vortac at Ibiza. As soon as we start getting closer, we should be able to hear it. As a matter of fact, it's already coming in. We'll turn it up. That is the bore, and there it is. If we were to be navigating with the board, that is what we would be looking at. But being that the FMS is flying this leg, we'll go back to the FMS map. And right now we have it set up to look at 40 nautical miles. And the map says that we are within 6 nautical miles of Bruno, or 1 minute to Bruno. We have an indicated ground speed of 371 knots. Indicated ground speed of 371 knots. With an indicated speed of 300 knots. So somehow we've got about 71 knots of tailwind. Component of tailwind. Our next checkpoint, Rockset, 9 nautical miles. And Ibiza is showing up in our 12 o'clock. And if you look up further up in the horizon, slightly to the left of Ibiza, you will see some outlines. Those should be the mountains at Palma de Mallorca. It all looks good. We'll be able to see the runway at Ibiza in a few more miles. And if you were to look at the FMS map, you will see a turn to the left coming up right after we reach Ibiza. That turn will be approximately 360, 350 degrees, almost north, so that we'll intercept a direct course to Palma de Mallorca. We will not be doing a star. Star is a standard terminal arrival. We're going straight in, being that at this time of the day and the traffic at Palma de Mallorca is not that great. We'll go straight in. We'll probably be on vectors at the within the last 20 miles or so. Let's take a look at the map outside. Yep, we're in the right path. And as we start getting closer to Ibiza, we can see the airport at Ibiza right now. If you were to look at the course indicated selected on my panel, it says 100. Slightly above that, you will see the airport of Ibiza. Slightly off to the side, the right side that is, of what in the panel, the upper panel shows course 100. There it is. We'll go back to standard configuration and we're back on the instruments. All right, we'll be doing our left turn momentarily, but I take this opportunity to show you that on the FMS map at the route you will see a green dot, which is usually known as the top of the scent. That green dot, it's like a donut. As a matter of fact, we call it a green donut. At that point, again, top of the scent is where the FMS has decided that it should start its descent to the assigned altitude that I have selected. The green donut, top of the scent. It's a green dot. You can see it very clearly now. Follow the route that the FMS has on the map. And we're starting our turn. Continuing on to Okiti, Oscar Kilo India, Tango India. Our next checkpoint, where we will make a turn at that particular time to 068 degrees to go straight into Palma de Mallorca, runway 06 left. At this time, I can go ahead and start getting ready. We're going to be doing a 060. Might as well do it now. And this one is also a 060. Also, we wanted to descend when it gets ready to the assigned 2,000 feet that I have given it. Oops. All right. And we'll go that route. And by removing the altitude hold. I have advised FMS that it can start its descent at the top of the descent that it has estimated to be the right distance to start. Top of the descent appears to be right around between 18, maybe 17 nautical miles away. And once again, Palma de Mallorca is showing straight ahead at our 12 o'clock position. And at this time, the FMS has started the descent. It has throttled back and lowered the nose to descend to the assigned altitude, which is 2,000 feet. And we're showing E-Duty, Echo Delta Uniform Lima, India, to be at 23 nautical miles at this time. At that position for Palma de Mallorca, usually known as Lima Echo Papa Alpha. 9,800, and the FMS has decreased some more power setting to adjust for the indicated airspeed, which below 10,000 feet it should be 250 knots, 250 knots, unless otherwise approved by the control. Let's take a look at the map. We appear to be lined up with the localizer. And I believe I have Palma de Mallorca ahead at 12 o'clock. Gear down. At this point, we no longer need the FMS. We'll go ahead and disengage and activate localizer. And we'll flip that over. Listen to it. And there it is. Looking for the localizer. Gear is down and locked. Let's reduce speed to 160 knots. Alright, let's get some flaps down. Ooh, let's make that 160. Under 200, we can come in with more flaps. Localizer has been captured and approach selected. On localizer, and slightly below the glide slope. Flaps full. Let's reduce another 5 knots. Let's take it down to 125 knots. Before landing, checklist is completed. 3 green lights, down and lock, flaps full. Slightly below glide slope due to the power change. Back on glide slope at 125 knots. Let's take a look outside. Spoilers, reverses, fly brakes, 3-track reversers, 3-track spoilers, flaps up.